Let's start setting up.
Roger. I'm out for the walk around.
TCAS test pass.
RT, Information India. 0925 Zulu. Wind 090 at 7. Visibility 6. Sky conditions, no cloud detected. Temperature 19. Dew point 4. QNH 1021. Density altitude 200 feet. Transition level 35. Arriving and departing runway 06. Advise on initial contact. You have Information India. Rotterdam The Hague Airport, Information India. 0925 Zulu.
Hi, the security and safety check are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Affirmative.
Thanks.
I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
Hi, here's a fuel slip.
Thanks.
Welcome. Have a nice flight.
Glide slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain.
PH179 Rotterdam, The Hague clearance. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and pass your message. And don't forget to include information. Golf in there.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear. Too low. Flaps.
Request
Too low. Terrain. Glide slow. Bank angle. Bank angle.
Approaching minimums. Minimums. 2,500.
PH179 cleared for local flight. Hotel departure maintain VFR at or below 1,000 feet. Departure on 121.205. Squawk 2721.
20. 10.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Too low. Terrain.
Information
Caution.
course.
Terrain.
Request started for local VFR flight
Terrain.
via the
Terrain.
hotel
Pull up.
departure.
Safety inspection checklist and before start checklist to the line.
Safety inspection checklist. Surfaces and shocks.
Checked.
Maintenance status.
Checked.
Battery.
On.
Electrical hydraulic pumps.
On.
Landing gear lever.
Down.
Ship's library.
Checked.
Safety inspection checklist completed. IRS mode selectors.
Nav.
Gear pins.
Set and checked.
Probe covers.
Hi guys,
1,
here's the
2,
load sheet
3,
for you.
4, 5. Removed.
Light test.
Checked.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Yaw damper.
On.
NAF transfer and display switches.
Normal auto.
Fuel.
Set and checked.
Cabin utility IFE galley power.
On.
Emergency exit lights.
Armed.
Fasten belts.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Air conditioning and pressurization.
Packs auto. Bleeds on. Set.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Instruments.
Cross checked.
Auto brake.
RTO.
Hydraulics.
Rotterdam, select
Normal.
162.
Speed brake.
Type PA24.
Down detail.
Information Echo.
Parking brake.
Ready to copy clearance system Valley stat.
Set.
Stabilizer trim cutout switched.
Normal.
Cleared to Lily stat.
Wheel well
EQ2,
fire warning.
Then is filed. Departing runway 24. Initial
Check.
climb 3000.
Radios,
Departure
radar,
119,
and
1055,
transponder.
Squawk 1000.
Set and standby.
Rudder and aileron trims.
3 and 0.
Takeoff briefing.
Discussed.
PA.
Complete.
FMC and CDU.
Set.
N1 and indicated airspeed bugs.
Set and checked.
Stabilizer trim.
Set and checked.
Performance weight and balance.
Signed and sent. Signed and sent.
Signed and sent. Phones.
Off.
Off. Electronic flight bag.
Set and checked.
Airplane mode and stowed. Flight deck windows and cockpit door.
Locked.
Doors.
Closed.
Passengers.
Seated.
Before start checklist to the line completed.
Thank you.
No problem. Have a safe flight.
Rotterdam clearance. British Airways Alpha 7 at gate Alpha 3 with information India requests IFR clearance to Echo Lima Lima X-ray.
Rotterdam clearance, Jersey 1764. Request runway 6 with the SOM to Alpha Yankee departure.
I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
Speedbird 7, information India is current. Cleared to Luxembourg via the Wood 2 Alpha departure runway 6. Initial climb to 3000. Departure on 119.055 squawk 1000.
Clear to Luxembourg via Woody 2 Alpha departure runway 6. Initial
guys,
climb
all packs are on
3000
board. Are we
feet.
clear to
Departure
close?
on 119.055 squawk 1000. Speedbird Alpha 7.
Speedbird 7, readback correct. Tower is on 118.205. Safe flight, sir.
118.205. Thank you.
Gentlemen, welcome on board today. As you locate your assigned seats, please place your smaller items under the seat in front of you to provide more room for larger items in our overhead compartments. If you need assistance, contact a flight attendant. If you are unable to accommodate any item in the cabin, please report it to our door. We will check it for you. Also review the safety instruction card in your seat pocket. If you are seated at an exit, please also review the exit seating criteria.
Before start checklist below the line.
Before start checklist below the line. Air conditioning packs.
Off.
Anti-collision light.
On.
Parking brake.
Set.
Transponder.
Reporting downwind. Request session go.
Alt off.
Before start checklist below the line completed.
Skyhawk 6 Sierra Papa, runway 6 cleared for touch and go.
Cleared for touch and go. Request longer approach, 1.5 nautical miles from the edge of the runway. Skyhawk 6 Sierra Papa.
Papa Hotel Sierra 6, reporting over Papa.
Papa Bravo 6, roger.
Papa Hotel Sierra Bravo 6, reporting over Romeo.
Papa Bravo 6, roger. Radar services terminated. Transponder 7000. Frequency change approved.
Rotterdam Tower Speedbird ready for pushback and start.
Speedbird 7, Rotterdam Tower, pushback and start approved. Face southwest.
Pushback approved. Face southwest. Speedbird 7. Start sequence is 1, then 2.
Check.
Stabilized. Oil pressure.
Fraction 06, contact departure on 119.055.
Switching to departure on 119.055, fraction 06 per day.
Delta Echo November is reporting Oscar.
Delta Echo November, roger.
Runway 6 clear to land. Top Hotel Delta Echo November. Delta Echo November is reporting Papa.
Rotterdam Tower, Speedbird 7, ready for taxi. Before taxi checklist.
Speedbird 7, taxi to runway 6 via Victor.
Before taxi checklist. Generators.
Taxi to runway 6 via Victor, Speedbird 7.
Generators.
On.
APU.
Off.
Start switches.
Continuous.
Probe heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Air conditioning.
Bags auto, bleeds on.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Flaps.
Set and checked.
Stabilizer trim.
Set and checked.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Recall.
Checked.
Before taxi checklist completed.
Clear on the left.
Clear right.
Papa, reporting downwind, clear to touch and go, runway 06.
Skyhawk 6 Sierra Papa, runway 06, cleared for touch and go. Citation 326, contact departure on 121.205.
Over to departure 121.205, citation 326.
Cleared for touch and go, Skyhawk 6 Sierra Papa.
Before takeoff checklist to the line.
Before takeoff checklist to the line. Config.
Checked.
Flaps.
Set and checked.
Stabilizer trim.
Set and checked.
Takeoff briefing.
Reviewed. Set and checked.
Holding at cabin.
Secure.
Holding at cabin. Cabin.
Set and checked.
Before takeoff checklist to the line completed.
Rotterdam Tower, speed Bird 7, holding short, runway 06, ready for departure.
Speedbird 7, runway 06, winds 075 at Niner, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Speedbird 7. Approach is clear on the left.
Speedbird 7,
Approach
runway
is clear on the
06,
right.
cleared for takeoff. I need you to read back the runway number.
Clear for takeoff, runway 06, Speedbird 7.
Departure on 119.
Before takeoff checklist below the line.
Stand by. Cabin crew, seats for departure. Before takeoff checklist below the line. MCP.
Set. Set and checked.
Transponder.
TARA. Set and checked.
Strobe lights.
On.
Holding at landing lights.
On.
Holding at landing lights.
Set and checked.
Holding at landing lights.
On.
Holding at landing lights.
Complete the checklist.
Holding at landing lights.
Set and checked.
Holding at landing lights.
Cancel checklist.
Roger.
Takeoff. Takeoff thrust. N1.
Checked.
Rotterdam Tower, Papa Charlie Whiskey has vacated the runway holding
Takeoff
at
thrust
Victor
set.
4.
Indications normal.
Papa Charlie
80
Whiskey.
knots.
Taxi to General
V1,
Aviation
rotate.
parking via Victor 4, Victor November Juliet. Stay with me.
Taxi to General Aviation parking via Victor 4, Victor November
Gear up.
Juliet. We stay on your
Positive
frequency,
rate.
Papa Charlie
Gear up.
Whiskey.
LNAV.
Taxi to General Aviation parking via Victor November Juliet and we stay on your frequency, Papa Charlie Whiskey.
1 to go.
Speedbird 7, contact departure on 119.055.
Departure 119.055. Speedbird 7. Rotterdam departure Speedbird 7 at altitude 3000 feet.
Checked.
Speedbird 7, Schiphol departure identified.
Flaps up. No lights.
Speedbird 7, Schiphol departure, climb flight level 210.
Climb flight level 210. Speedbird 7.
Clear direct RD 186, climb flight level 200, Papa Charlie Whiskey.
Papa Charlie Whiskey, contact Rotterdam approach on 131.155.
Switching Rotterdam approach on 131.155, Papa Charlie Whiskey, good day.
Speedbird 7, contact Rotterdam approach on 131.155.
Contact Rotterdam approach 137155. Speedbird 7.
Checked.
Rotterdam approach Speedbird 7 at altitude 3000 feet, climbing flight level 210.
Checked.
Flaps
Speedbird
up.
7, Rotterdam departure identified, Hoy.
After takeoff checklist.
Stand by.
Speedbird 7, after takeoff checklist complete.
After takeoff checklist. Air conditioning and pressurization. 2.6 set altimeters.
1013. Climbing flight level 210.
After takeoff checklist completed.
Set standard.
Checked.
You can release the cabin crew.
Checked. Okay.
Baron 58 Zulu Golf Schiphol approach, descend and maintain flight level 030.
This is flight level 030, Baron 58 Zulu Golf. We're actually descending via the Redco 1A arrival, and then we'll be doing the altitude from the published procedure for runway 4 RNAV.
Altimeters.
Speedbird 7, climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230. Speedbird 7. Ten checks.
10 checks. Fuel 6. Pumps on. Lights. APU. Air conditioning and pressurization. 4.8 fasten belts. Happy to release the cabin?
Affirmative.
Recall. Monitor 121.50 on VHF2.
Portable electronic devices may now be used, with the exception of TVs, radios, two-way transmitters, or any other device in a transmit mode, as these devices may interfere with the aircraft's communication and navigation systems.
Okay.
VATSIM, good evening there.
Good evening to you too, VATSIM.
VATSIM altitudes at your discretion.
Altitude at my discretion, VATSIM. Thank you very much.
One to go.
Papa Charlie Whiskey, contact Amsterdam radar on 118.805.
Switching to Amsterdam radar on 118.805. Papa Charlie Whiskey, have a very nice day. Rotterdam departure. Good.
Speedbird 7, expect the REM 3 Delta arrival. I'll start your descent in about 10 minutes. Notify if you're ready to descend before that. Expect the ILS Yankee runway 6 approach into Luxembourg.
Expect them 3 Delta arrival and descend in 10 minutes, and expect ILS Yankee runway 06 Speedbird 7.
Speedbird 7, negative. Expect the ILS Yankee runway 6 approach into Luxembourg. I need you to read back the full approach instruction.
Expect ILS Yankee runway 6 approach into Luxembourg.
Papa Romeo Alpha, contact Amsterdam radar on 118.805.
Switching to Amsterdam radar 118.805, Papa Romeo Alpha.
Fraction 06, contact Amsterdam radar on 118.805.
Climb plane level 370 and switching to Amsterdam radar on 118.805, fraction 06.
Claim 123, contact Amsterdam radar on 118.805.
118.805, Hotel, Echo Charlie.
Descending to 2006 for the ILS, approach runway 06.
Bamboo 286 Rotterdam approach. Good evening.
6 Juliet, contact Rotterdam Tower on 118.205.
58 Zulu Golf has information Kilo.
Baron 58 Zulu Golf, skip hole approach, roger.
Speedbird 7, cleared Reims 3 Delta arrival into Luxembourg. When you're ready to begin your descent, descend flight level 100.
Cleared Ream 3 Delta arrival, descending, say again, flight level.
Switching to Rotterdam Tower 118.205. Papa Charlie Whiskey, have a nice day.
Descending flight level 100, Speedbird 7.
Speedbird 7, descend altitude 4000, QNH 1013.
Descend altitude 4000 feet, QNH 1013.
Lufthansa 02, Romeo Delta, climb flight level 290.
Climb flight level 290, Lufthansa 02, Romeo Delta.
Lufthansa 02, Romeo Delta, contact Amsterdam radar on 118.805.
Contact radar 118.805, Lufthansa 02, Romeo Delta.
Descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Pressurization.
Contact Antwerp Tower on
Set and check.
135.205.
Altimeters. Anti-ice.
Off.
Switching to Antwerp
Approach
Tower,
briefing and fuel.
135.205.
Discussed.
Papa Charlie Whiskey, good day.
Indicated airspeed and altimeter bugs.
Set and checked.
Descent checklist completed.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their upright positions. Make sure your seat belt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed underneath the seat in front of you or an overhead bin. Please turn off all electronic devices until we are safely parked at the gate. Thank you.
Ten checks.
10 checks. Cabin crew 10 minutes to landing. Fuel 6. Pumps on. Lights. Angle of bank. Air conditioning and pressurization. 1.9. Fasten belts. Recall 121.50 deselected.
2500. Caution, terrain.
1 to go.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be arriving at our destination shortly. If you are making a connection to another flight, please see the customer service agent meeting this flight or video monitors inside the terminal for connecting gate information. For your continued safety, flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll be collecting all service items, newspapers, and any other items you wish to discard or may not be taking off the aircraft with you. Also, in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic devices. Stow these devices and all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening overhead bins as items may have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray tables and return your seats to their upright position and check the security of your seat belts. We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
Approach checklist.
Speedbird 7, turn right heading 195 vectors for the ILS runway 6 approach.
Then right heading 195 vectors for ILS 6 approach. Speedbird 7.
Speedbird 7, contact Luxembourg approach on 118.9005.
Contact Luxembourg approach on 118.905 Speedbird 7. Luxembourg approach Speedbird 7 on heading 195 altitude 3000 feet.
Speedbird 7, Luxembourg approach identified. Good afternoon, Luxembourg, QNH 1013.
QNH 1013 Speedbird 7. Landing checklist. Before landing checklist. Before landing checklist to the line.
Speedbird 7, turn left heading 170.
Left heading 170 Speedbird 7.
170 set.
Landing checklist. Flaps 1. Complete landing checklist.
Speedbird 7, turn left heading 155.
Left heading 155 Speedbird 7.
Speedbird 7, proceed direct LX06F. Cleared for the ILS runway 6 approach. Speed below 180 knots until established.
Cleared ILS runway 6 approach, Speedbird 7. Landing gear down.
Luxembourg approach, Peter 22 Foxtrot with you, flight level 050.
Peter 22 Foxtrot, Luxembourg approach identified. Good afternoon. Speedbird 7, contact Luxembourg Tower on 118.105.
Contact Luxembourg Tower 118.105, Speedbird 7. Luxembourg Tower, Speedbird 7, localizer established runway 6.
Speedbird 7, Luxembourg Tower, winds 115 at 8, runway 6, clear to land.
Clear to land, Speedbird 7, runway 6.
Ryanair 707 Whiskey, request clearance to Bergamo with information Foxtrot. Ryanair 707 Whiskey, request clearance to Bergamo.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Charlie Delta, contact departure on 120.885.
0.885. You visited Charlie Delta.
72 Alpha Bravo. Welcome to Luxembourg. Taxi to parking at your discretion and monitor this frequency.
1000.
Taxi at my discretion, monitor this frequency, easy 72 Alpha Bravo.
feet.
Checked.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope. 100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
100 knots. Auto brake disarmed. Speed brake up. 80 knots. No reversers.
You can clean up.
Roger.
Speedbird 7, welcome to Luxembourg. Taxi to V12 via Echo, Bravo 1. Lima 3, monitor this frequency.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
Taxi to Lima 1 via Echo, Bravo 1. Speedbird 7.
until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign and the aircraft is parked safely at the gate. This will be your indication it is safe to move about the cabin, gather your belongings, and disembark. We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business and hope to see you again on a future flight.
After landing checklist.
Charlie Bravo 1313, contact departure on 118.905.
Departure 118.905, Charlie Bravo 1313, thank you, goodbye.
Transit shutdown checklist. Shutdown checklist.
Speedbird 69er, contact departure on 120.885.
Contact departure 120.